Tariffs, the most beautiful word in the English language. And so it's said by our president of the United States, and this is a famous quote by him. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Johnny Walker. I'm here. I'm the host of this channel, Walk of Wealth. I know I'm a little bit late to talk about it, but tariffs are suddenly back in the headlines for 2025, and it's literally every single day, every single meme I see on Facebook, every single Instagram post, every single article I read in The Economist, podcast I listen to. Everybody's talking about tariffs. So we need to know on this channel, tariffs are suddenly back in the headlines. And you might be wondering, what the heck does this have to do with real estate investing? And how does it affect me as an investor? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today's video. If you're a dentist or you're a high earning professional investing passively in real estate, this actually could be really, really good news. And today I'm going to break down exactly why. All right. Let's set the stage. Now, right now, Donald Trump is talking about imposing a worldwide range of tariffs, very high on China, even on our friends and allies of the past, Europe, Mexico, Canada, and more. Even an Arctic island that's only inhabited by seals. And if you've been paying attention, he's not just talking small stuff. These would be major. So what does this have to do with real estate? Well, everyone's been talking about lumber. So let's use lumber as an example. A huge amount of lumber used in the United States comes from Canada. Timber is one of the biggest industries in Canada, my home and native land. And lumber is a critical building block, literally, right? For new development projects in real estate, we need lumber. Now combine that with what we've already seen. Interest rates have gone way up. Relatively speaking, of course. Margins on development projects have gotten razor thin. Hence why we're not seeing as much development. Many real estate developers have already paused or even canceled their pipeline for 2025, 2026, and even 2027. And if these tariffs hit, or even if people think they're going to hit, it just makes the problem even worse. You see, tariffs raises the cost of inputs, right? The inputs are in real estate are the materials. Now, which raises the cost of development, right? Because things cost more to build, so the cost of development goes up, which further discourages new construction and heavy renovations, right? People are like, hey, look, I don't know, there's all this uncertainty, price of everything's going up, let's kind of take a pause. This is what the market does when uncertainty happens. And so development, what I'm trying to really say here is development is slowing way down. And now tariffs might put that slowdown on steroids. So you might ask yourself, what's the upside? What are you talking about here, Dr. Johnny? Well, if you're investing in existing real estate, right, the stuff that's already there, built, and already producing income, this slowdown in new supply could work in your favor. I'm sure a lot of you are already crossing the T's and dotting the I's here, but why? Well, if developers aren't building, that means fewer new apartments or new supply is coming on the market, fewer self-storage facilities, fewer office spaces are coming to market. And what about demand? Well, if you're in the right markets, the places, the demand hasn't stopped. The demand is still there and even increasing in certain places. People still need places to live. They still need places to store their stuff. They still need to run their businesses. And when supply slows, but demand holds steady, well, the laws of economics says this creates upward pressure on rents and occupancy. In other words, less competition from new builds, more pricing power for owners of existing assets. So if you're a passive investor buying into stabilized properties with strong fundamentals, this is a potential major tailwind. Now, whether these tariffs happen or not, I mean, they're kind of happening, and then we put pauses on stuff and then negotiate. What's going to really happen? You know, we don't know. But we do know that the development slowdown is already a major trend we're seeing. And it's one of the reasons why we're so bullish on buying existing income producing real estate right now. We should expect rents to keep going up and values to keep going up. And tariffs are only going to increase that. So tariffs only strengthens the case of why this is the time to start looking for great investments in existing real estate. Now, if you're a dentist or a practice owner looking to create passive income and invest smarter, this could be your moment, right? When there's all this uncertainty and people stop transacting, this is what creates unique opportunities for investors that have the cash and courage to see through the uncertainty and realize this is a buying opportunity, a major buying opportunity, because when the market pauses is when we need to get really active. When the market is hesitant and uncertain and scared and doesn't want to move, this is what creates incredible opportunity for investors. If you want to learn more, check out the link below to join our free community or schedule a call with my team. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.